Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. It is a brand new year, which means it's time to talk some new media goals. So I have 10 goals on my list this year, and damn it, these are goals I am going to meet in 2024, which I cannot say about any of my previously set goals, but this year is going to be different. So let's talk about them. Before we do though, if you have a quick second, go and hit that like button down below if you like these types of videos. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into my 2024 media goals. All right, so like I mentioned, I have 10 goals in total, but the breakdown there is I have 4 Cinefessions goals, or kind of social media, or just YouTube goals, whatever you want to call them. And then I have 6 media consumption goals, for lack of a better term. So I'll start off with the Cinefessions goals and then jump to the media goals. I will put timestamps because I know some of you just don't care about the YouTube or social media side of things. But anyway, coming in at number 1 for my Cinefessions goal, I want to publish at least 6 different iWatch 3 vlogs in this new year. So I started doing these iWatch 3 vlogs last year, back in 2023, and they were received relatively well. A lot better than I frankly expected them, because a lot of my review videos just don't do very well, especially when they're longer vlog videos like that. But there are some of you out there who will watch them from start to finish, and I appreciate that so very much. Now, I know they're not the most interesting or entertaining things in the world because I don't have that big of a house. I don't really go out and film outside, things like that. So I do what I can, and it is what it is. Basically, why you watch them is just to get my kind of unfiltered and immediate raw thoughts on whatever movie it is that I'm watching. So I like doing them as iWatch 3 because it is just more palatable, I guess. They're easier to consume and complete. So that's why I like to stick to 3 of them. So in this new year, I hope to do at least 6 of those of varying themes, genres, whatever, but at least 6. I would love to do 12, but that's a stretch goal. I want to do at least 1 a month. But for this, my goal is to publish at least 6 iWatch 3 vlogs. And I mentioned publish because I started filming like 4 other ones that I didn't post in 2023. But anyway, let's move on to goal number 2. For goal number 2, I want to focus on the reviews. And frankly, you'll notice both 1 and 2 are more focused on the review content of the channel as opposed to my hauls. Like, the hauls are always going to be there. I'm always looking for new physical media, whatever it is. I love it. It's like the thing I do the most. And so, of course, there will always be hauls, but I would love to get more of the review content here on the channel, which was, frankly, a strong focus in 2023. And looking at my numbers, the percentage of reviews versus hauls went up quite a good amount compared to 2022. It's still significantly less than the haul videos, but that's always going to be that way. So anyway, rambling, my goal is to publish at least 12 new release 4K, Blu-ray, or movie reviews, which are just theatrical release reviews in the new year. So again, I specifically want to look at new releases because that is what's going to attract the most attention, draw the most eyes. I say that, and like the worst hitting video for me last year was my Knock at the Cabin review. That thing utterly bombed. I still think to this day, almost a year after posting it, it still has less than like 60 views, which is so embarrassing for me, but whatever, it is what it is. So I will likely focus more on 4K reviews because that's what I like to consume, but I actually lowered this number because I'm right now in a place where I need to replace my soundbar. It's not working as it should. One of the center speakers is just like not functioning how it should. We watched Die Hard on Christmas Eve, and it sounded awful. When I've watched that previously, it sounded amazing. So I do have my eye on a new soundbar, but it's expensive. We just got through the holiday. So anyway, I'm just holding off. So that's why I kind of lowered this goal a little bit, but I still would love to get at least 1 a month. Again, a stretch goal. I'd love to do 2 a month, but for now, this goal is publishing at least 12 new release 4K, Blu-ray, or theatrical reviews. There are a ton of different aspects that I could help myself grow that I'm not taking advantage of right now. And that's like a whole topic for another video, which maybe I'll do, maybe I won't. But one of those is capitalizing on some other social media platforms. So one of my goals for this new year is to post at least 26 times on Instagram. So the idea of 26 being every other week. Now, again, I would love to double that, but if I do at least 26, then I will be happy with myself because frankly, I post virtually nothing over there, which I'm missing out on a ton of audience because so many in the physical media collecting world are on Instagram showing off their hauls, their collections, whatever. And I'm just completely missing out on that. I, read others and watch other posts, things like that, but I don't really post anything of my own. So I want that to change. And so though there are plenty of other ways I should be capitalizing on a larger audience, this is one of them I look to kind of focus on in 2024. So my goal is to publish or post at least 26 times on Instagram in this new year. Goal number 4 is honestly the one I am pushing myself on the most because I am just not super comfortable doing these and I've never really done a live stream before. But one of my goals for 2024 is to do at least one live stream and or another collaboration with a fellow YouTuber. So fortunately in the past, I have been so lucky to be on a couple different channels. I was interviewed by Ken over at Mid-Level Media, one of my favorite channels I watch daily, and John over at Plaid X2, another one of my all-time favorites that I watch whenever a new video comes out. So I was very fortunate to be on their channels. I guess I think those were 2022 actually, now that I think about it, but they were a blast. And so I would love to do more of that. I know live streams are a great way. The community here loves doing live streams. And so I've never done one. And so I feel like to kind of push myself a little bit further which is how we grow, right? In order to grow, I need to push myself to doing either a live stream or another collaboration with a fellow YouTuber. This video doesn't have to go on my channel. It could be, on somebody else's channel, but as long as I'm a part of it, then I'll be happy. So my last Cinefessions related goal is to complete one live stream and or a collaboration with another YouTuber. All right, so with the boring stuff out of the way, let's talk about my media consumption goals for the year. So this won't surprise anyone if you've seen one of my recent videos here, but my number 1 goal for the media consumption side, or my number 5 goal overall, is to complete my most embarrassing movie blind spots list. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, actually, I just filmed this recently, and the stack of movies is still here. So I will hold this up. So these are the movies I need to watch from that list. And check out my full video if you want to hear kind of why or specifically what's on that list. But I must finish that list in this new year. So my first media consumption goal is to complete all 12 films on my most embarrassing movie blind spots list. Number 2 is very similar in that I want to do 12 of something, but I really was toying with the idea of 2024 being what I was going to call my Criterion year, where I watch just as much Criterion Collection as I possibly can. But what I've decided to do instead, just because I don't think that's as realistic as I'm thinking it might be, so instead I thought I would set a goal of watching at least 12 films from my physical Criterion collection. So that's what I would really like to do. I want to watch way more than that, but hopefully I will get through at least one a month. And that's how I try to set these up: once a month, twice a month, once every other week, once a week, whatever the number is. I try to set them up that way just because it's easy for my small brain to comprehend. So my second media consumption goal, goal number 6, is to watch at least 12 films from my Criterion collection. The last of my movie goals is I would love to watch at least one film on 4K, Blu-ray, DVD, and VHS. Those are the 4 film formats that I currently have. I said it once and now I can't. 4 film formats. Anyway, those are the formats that I currently have and are able to watch. And so I want to specifically make time to watch something on VHS, which frankly I just never do. Same with DVD, 4K and Blu-ray I watch, pretty much all the time. So that said, I would love to watch something on all 4 of the formats that I have access to. So my goal is to watch at least one film on all 4K, Blu-ray, DVD, and VHS. Similarly with formats, but moving over to the reading side of things, 2023 was my worst reading year in 5, 6, 7 years. Like, it was awful. I read so little. I started 2 or maybe like 4 or 5 different books that I just never finished. So in 2024, I want to read at least 2. I'm sorry, let me phrase it this way. In 2024, I want to complete at least 2 audiobooks, 2 ebooks, and 2 physical books from my collection. So that is only 6 books. Like, that should be super easy. This is from a guy who read over 100 books just, 2-3 years ago? Like, 6 books is nothing. And so, again, kind of harkening back to that format idea, I want to do audio, ebook, and physical books. So that's what I'm hoping to do this year. Hopefully, it will be an easy one to complete. So in 2024, I want to read at least 2 audiobooks, read 2 ebooks, and read 2 physical books from my collection. Apparently, I'm big on formats this year because my next goal is to read at least 3 of my digital graphic novels that I own, plus 3 physical graphic novels. Now again, it's only 6, should be incredibly easy, and frankly, I think this one will be. Graphic novels are a lot easier. Oh, you know what? Not just graphic novels, manga count as well. So whether it's graphic novel or a manga, it's going to count towards this goal. So 3 digitally and 3 physically should be very simple, especially manga. I read those, relatively quickly. And so that should be a pretty easy goal for the brand new year here. So in 2024, I want to read at least 3 physical and 3 digital graphic novels and or manga. And my last goal is the one that people will care about the absolute least, but one that I'm probably most excited about. I want to win the championship in at least one sports game that is 7th gen or older. So anything PS3, Xbox 360 or older, I want to win the championship in that sport. So I have been utterly obsessed with Madden 24 lately. I think I'm on like season 8 now, I think it is, which is just ridiculous, but I love it. I love sports video games. It's my absolute favorite genre, as you may or may not know. So what I really want to do that I haven't done is to play some of those older sports games. Specifically, I'll probably do like PS2, Madden 05, ESPN NFL 2K5, maybe Madden 08, because I've heard that one on the older gen consoles. PS2, Xbox is excellent. Madden 06 is supposed to be one of the greatest ever. But it could be NHL 2K5. It could be NHL 2K10, one of the most underrated hockey games ever. Whatever the case is, I want to win a championship in any sports game that is on the 7th gen of consoles, so PS3 or Xbox 360 or earlier. All right, so those are the 10 2024 media goals that I will absolutely be completing in this new year. And I want to hold myself accountable in some way because I never do. I never have done that in previous years. I think I finished like 2 of my 6 goals last year. And so this year, I really want to get through these. So I try to make them all achievable. And I think they will be. The one I'm most nervous about, I guess, is just doing that live stream or another collaboration, because that's the one I'm most uncomfortable with. But I'm sure it'll be fine once I get in the swing of things. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to doing in the new year. But I want to hear from you guys. What are your media goals for 2024? Anything that's similar to mine? Something completely different? Do you want to purge your entire collection? Do you want to double your entire collection? I specifically did not add any collecting goals onto my goal list this year, just because I'm going to do that regardless. And so I don't know where I would even go with collecting goals for myself. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what your goals are for 2024, and let me know how your 2023 goals went, if you set any. But that is it for today, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, go and hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. Let me know if you like these types of videos. I have like 2 or 3 more non-haul videos planned that are non-vlogs also. So just a little bit of a different type of video, but that'll be looking back at my 2023 films that I've consumed. And so looking forward to both of those. But anyway, guys, that is it. So again, if you liked it, thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And like I always say, I don't just talk one media type as demonstrated here. I talk all things media. Books, movies, video games, graphic novels. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.